Hi, this is Mr. Companion. Today I'm going to show you two simple ways to illustrate standing waves and upload them into your digital classwork. So there are multiple ways to do this, but we're going to start off with the simplest one first. All you need is graph paper and a pen or a pencil. Now, you don't necessarily need graph paper, but it's going to make everything look a little bit neater. Okay, so let's get started. Now, let me just preface this by saying this is not technical drawing. I'm just going to draw what appears to be a standing wave. There are better ways to do this, more complicated ways, but really the whole idea of this video is to just show you how to import images directly in. But I want to give you a decent standing wave to begin with. So let's take a look. Now, using the graph paper, I'm going to mark off 10 boxes out, just so I have set known points. So here I'm going to start off with my first node. Again, a node is a point that doesn't move. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So my string is going to span from here to here. Now I want to try and draw this at least somewhat neat, and a method of doing that would be to mark off the highest amplitude where you would be. So in this case, I'm looking at going 1, 2 boxes up. And again, I just pick that arbitrarily. It doesn't necessarily have to be that high. Now what you want to do is make a smooth curve that reaches from our starting point, our fixed starting point, to that middle, that highest amplitude, and then carry it down from there. And I'm also going to draw my baseline. So baseline runs from here to here. And now remember, this is a standing wave, so you're going to have reflections because standing waves just kind of oscillate back and forth. And if that is our highest amplitude and we're up by 2 boxes, 1, 2, that's going to be our lowest amplitude. And just to differentiate, we're going to do this as dashed lines or dashed curves. Okay, so I think that's reasonable. Now, I've seen it where there are multiple lines in there. I'm just going to leave it like this. That shows my maximum, it shows my minimum, and we're just understanding that it's oscillating back and forth. All right, now that we've drawn our standing wave, we have to get it into the computer. How do you do that? Well, probably the simplest way is to use a smart device. Whether you use a cell phone or a tablet or whatever, you're going to get that smart device. And I've always found that turning on the flash option for some reason really makes the image come out a little bit better. So now I've captured my image. I'm going to email this to myself and I'll show you the next step in a moment. All right, so I emailed myself the file and I downloaded it and I put it into a folder called Standing Waves. Ideally, you're going to want to wait until you have everything drawn out before you upload and start editing things. Just makes your workflow a little bit better. Now, there's one tool I want to show you. There's dozens of ways to do this, but the one that I like is called the snipping tool. Now, this is built into Windows. If you don't have a Windows device, you could also do a screen capture on Mac and on the iPad. So you would just go to Start, type in snip, and snipping tool should pop right up. You would click New. Well, before we do that, let's open up our file. You would open up and you would click New, and then you'll see that the screen kind of turns grayish. You're going to highlight exactly what you want to keep, and then you would save this. I'm going to save this as Standing Wave 1. Okay, great. Now we have to upload the image. To do that, you're going to select the spot you want to put it in. You're going to click Insert, Image, upload from computer, you're going to find the file that you need. There it is, standing wave 1. And we're going to open it. And then you just resize for where it needs to be. And I'd like to just jump in for a minute to remind you that this is not the correct answer. I just kind of copied the very first example that's on there. You would have to create your own. This is not the second answer. All right, and I'd like to show you one or two more ways to do this digitally in case you don't have a camera available or graph paper or any of that. What you can do on any Google-based application, you're going to find the drawing tools. And on the drawing tools, you have a few to go with. You can start off with Scribble, and if you have a really steady hand, or if you have a stylus, maybe this might be the way to do it. Remember, you could always change the weight of the lines, and then you could always manipulate. Now, this isn't going to give you a perfect wave. It's just not. But that is one option. Another option is to use the curve tool. Now, what the curve tool would do is you basically start off by going from highest point of amplitude to the lowest, to the highest, to the lowest, and you just go back and forth. And you might be able to do a halfway decent job. I find that holding down the shift button also fixes it so that it can only go in certain angles. But again, you might find better success doing this by hand. And then again, you can always stretch it out, expand it. All right, one final way to do this, bit.ly/wavebuilder. So this brings you to a site hosted by Weber University, which helps you create waves. Now, really what this is about combining waves, and it shows that process, which is not what we're really talking about today. But if you just need a wave and you want to generate one, this does a pretty good job at giving you some choice. All right, I hope that's been helpful. Good luck on this, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.